This is Kendra with True TV.
This intriguing tribe.
And I'm back with another video. As you can see, we got the Black Indians of Utah. All right, I seen this video on another YouTuber's page. I think it was 432 The Drop. I hope I'm saying that right. Radio. And I loved it. I didn't love the video, but I loved his video. And I wanted to come on here and make a quick video because I had a couple of questions. And I pray somebody can answer these questions. I pray. Okay? So I'm going to let y'all get into a little bit of the video if y'all haven't checked his video out already.
Native to what we now know as the state of Utah, is steeped in fascinating history. Utah, a state renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, from the majestic Zion National Park to the vibrant Bryce Canyon National Park.
Sorry, y'all, for all that extra news.
The name Utah is derived from Ute, meaning people of the mountains. But there's more to this tale. These UTEs, particularly those in
y'all notice how they made them now look completely like Africans? Now, mind you, before they looked like complete Mongols. Notice how before they made, now they got them looking like Africans. And this is what I wanted to say to start this video off. Y'all don't realize that every time, first of all, they cannot refute anymore that there were dark-skinned tribes, Indian tribes in America no more. They can't refute it because it's been debunked. And all the information that such great YouTubers has been putting out and that has debunked this whole no dark skin, so-called black looking Indians in America, there were a lot of them. And now since it can't be refuted anymore, they were like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give it to them. We're going to give them a tribe. But what we going to do is now make them think they African, and that's how they got the dark hue. And listen, we don't know what they're doing. Right now, this is all a trick. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that's in this video. What they're doing right now is trying to devise a scheme to keep the land and the property out of the hands of the so-called black people, the real American Indian, the real aboriginals of America. And this is how they keep the land from out of our hands, by casting our identity onto foreigners. First, they did it with the Mongols. Then the Mongols and the Hindus. Then they did it with the Slavics, right? So-called white folk. And now they're doing it with Africans. I even seen a video where Africans were trying to say that they were the original people of America. False history, right? And please don't go back to biblical time when Nimrod ruled, because if we don't know, if you read your Bible, you know that Nimrod and his people were defeated, okay, by the Hebrews, and the land was given into the hands of who? The Hebrews, right? The Israelites. So we ain't going back that far. We going to the now times. Well, the times way after that, okay? The time when the land is now in the hands of the true victors, and that's Israel, right? And so I'm realizing that now they're going to try to come together with Africans to lie and take, and they're going to give these Africans compensation. Oh, best believe. They're not only are they going to try to give them compensation for the fake ass slave trade, they're going to then turn around. They're not going to give it to us. Oh, no. Only way they're going to give it to you is if you identify as being a you're going to hear that foundational Black American or African American or AA. You're going to have to say that you're a foreigner for you to be able to get reparations. Not only that, they're going to give African compensation to either take you in or lie to you about being an African, right? Or they're going to say, you have Africans that's saying that they're American Indian now. They're trying to say that they were the aboriginals of America, right? They're trying to lay claims to being Olmecs. They're trying to lay claims to being the Mayans and the Incas. I hear Africans saying this crap. Africans have nothing to do with any of those tribes now claiming them. Now, and this is done on purpose. Oh, best believe it's done on purpose. Because this is how you keep the land out of the hands of the aboriginals. How do you do that? Easy. By giving it to foreigners. And those foreigners who want to get paid, right, to undergird foreign peasants with an economic floor. And this is how they do that.
Utah were noted for their strikingly dark complexions, so much so that they were often referred to as the Black Indians by other tribes, a testament.
Now, first of all, let me straighten that out real quick. In the black community, if you're not black, you wouldn't know that. And I mean black as in American Indian, right? So-called black. If you're not so-called black, you wouldn't understand. We dissect ourselves in hue of complexion. We have always done it. I've known it for a long time. My mother's known it. My mother was born in 49. We dissect ourselves in hues. We dissect that. That's how colorism got started. Colorism did not get started from white folk. It got started from black folk, or so-called black folk. Okay, that's for number one. We have always dissected ourselves in hues of complexion. Not always, but since, you know, all this segregation and crap, we have dissected ourselves in hues, right? The brown paper bag, compare yourself to a brown paper bag. If you're darker than a brown paper bag, then you weren't allowed to go to certain colleges, so forth and so on. We dissect ourselves in hues. Even amongst my family, we do that, right? So I'm one of the darkest in my family, right? And even though if you looked at like I have 3 siblings that are very light skinned, like they very light skinned, almost they look white almost, right? And they're very pale hues of complexion. Now we all know that's a form of albinism, but whatever. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. And so in my family, we kind of dissect us. Not that we discriminate against each other, but we are like, somebody will come each other, we'll be like, you darker than me, or you like, not that it matters, but we dissect ourselves in color in this manner. We're ignorant. That's just us, our race, our people, just silly. But anyway, we tend to dissect ourselves in color, and in my family, I'm one of the darkest. Even though you would look at my older sister Tina, and she looks the same hue, and my mother, we all look like the same hue. But if you put our hands together, that's when you compare our hands together, you see the difference. Even though it's like the similar brown, you see the different hues of brown within just our hands. How I'm darker than my sister, but my mother, who's also dark, is still lighter than me and my sister, right? But then if you look at my older brother Michael, you would look at him and clearly see that we would look the same hue of complexion, but if you put his hand next to mine, you will see how he's darker than me. So we dissect the browns and the reds and the blacks within the brown scope of our community. Just because they said they was black didn't mean that, just because other Indian tribes called that Indian tribe black didn't mean the other Indian tribes were white, is what I'm basically saying. They were just, that tribe in Utah just happened to be darker than most of the other tribes, or some of the other tribes, right? And that's why they were referred to, because we heard about other dark tribes in America, right? So just to let y'all, give y'all a little context on that.
Their unique appearance. But
Not
what's
unique.
the story behind the UTE's unique complexion? Let's delve deeper into history. Unraveling the tale of the UTEs, will journey through time, across continents, and into the heart of an enduring legacy. But before we get into the rest of these explorers and scholars, we want to take a quick second to tell you, believed to be the descendants of
they trying to get somebody to buy a book where they're going to tell a lie in the book. 13 people who said they saw black tribes in America, trying to act like they coming in and aid and actually trying to be of assistance. Please, they about to tell you a whole bunch of conjecture and lies. Okay? Whole bunch of conjecture and lies. They ain't got no evidence. Mind you, this whole video, he ain't doing nothing but conjecture. He ain't pull out no facts. He didn't pull out no information, no ledgers, no manifest, no slave documents, no slave dockets. He pulled out no files, no evidence, nothing. He just gave you nothing but story.
Black Clovis Folsom people who came into the American Southwest thousands of years ago.
No proof of black Clovis people. Making it up as they go along again.
The UTEs hold a fascinating chapter in history. As first documented by Spanish conquistadors who penetrated the American Southwest, it was noted that enslaved Africans among them managed to escape. It was...
Where? Where is this noted? He said this and then put up no proof. Where is it noted? And also, how much African blood? Because all you see is one African right here. Now, we done seen the whole, we've seen some of the tribe. You got one African runaway. How much African blood did it take to make those people, now the whole tribe, African? I gotta know. Somebody please tell me.
These Africans who found refuge with the UTEs, a native tribe that would become their new black family. Over time, the intermingling of cultures and bloodlines led to a unique blend that would merge the complexions and phenotype of the Ute people. This intriguing history gave rise to a specific group within the Ute tribe.
That don't make no sense. If you take medium brown and dark brown and mate together. So if I'm a medium brown, I'm dark brown. But if you take somebody just as dark as that guy who's darker than me, and you make me together with him, our children are going to be as dark as him. The melanin is thick. Ain't no way we're going to get children light. You know that most so-called black people are my mahogany brown color. Most of us are mahogany. Why would we be lighter? Why would we be lighter? And can somebody please tell me what happened to this Utah tribe? While we in this, what happened to them? Why do we not hear about these black Utah Indians no more? Where they at? Can somebody tell me? We're talking about them. Where they at?
The Black UTEs clan. This clan wasn't simply a demographic anomaly. It was a testament to the strength of their African ancestors and the acceptance of the Ute.
Now they all African. And look how they gave them the Mongol hair. They got to keep that in there because they got to lie and keep you thinking that Mongols are the original Indians. Mongols are from Siberia, mind you. And freaking Slavics are from what? Ukraine, Russia, right? Where they got the phenotypes of the people from Austria, right? Them Slavics, and they from Northern Europe. Notice how they try to put that in there?
People. This relationship was not without its challenges, but it was a bond that stood the test of time. One key figure stands out.
And since when did hair texture make you an Indian?
In this rich tapestry of history, a former enslaved foundational black American named John Taylor.
Do you hear them trying to change our nationality in our face? Foundational black American? What? 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 In our face. In our face. In our face. It's so disrespectful. Foundational black. Do you hear what they trying to call us? They better go somewhere. I am not an AA, African American, Black American, Negro American. I am an American Indian. That's it. That's all. That's what I am. It is conjecture to say anything else. Like how you know, my family was from Virginia. I ain't found an African in there yet. Fairfax, Virginia. First family member. I found him. I ain't find no African, no. So somebody tell me, where is the evidence to prove anybody African? Where the evidence? Not a manifest. He ain't give nothing. No nothing. He didn't give you a source, nothing. Look at the Mongols.
A former enslaved foundational
Look at this. Look at this. Look, now, mind you, they showed you what the Americans look, the American Indians look like and how they had them African phenotypes, right? Now, how the babies turn Mongol. How the babies turn Mongol, y'all. And mind you, we saw what Africans look like when they mate with Mongols. The babies will have the Mongol features, but the dark hue and the kinky hair almost every time. Notice how this man does not have any of the Mongol features, just the children, and then the children not his brown, but light brown. Well, where the hell they get the light brown skin from if the Utah clan was dark brown? If the Utah clan, because this is the same and mixed in with the African, how'd you get the Mongol baby? Listen to what they saying. They showed you the Utah tribe at the beginning, who were dark-looking people that look like Africans. Then they showed you another man that looked like an African who was supposed to be a runaway slave from Africa. So now you got the phenotype of the American Indian looking like the African man. Then you get the phenotype of an African man who they say is an African man. The runaway slave. You mix it together. And now in the same, in the same tribe, how did you get the Mongol baby? How did you get the light brown Mongol baby? Please, somebody tell me. They just messed up right there. How did they get the Mongol babies? Somebody, please. This is crazy.
Played a significant role in the history of the Black UTEs.
How?
Let's delve into the tale of John Taylor, a name that echoes through the annals of the Ute tribe long after the Civil War. As he found his way to the UTEs, he carried with him the rich and diverse culture of his African roots. His presence among the UTEs.
This man is not dressed like an African. He is dressed like a full-fledged American Indian. Where is the African in what he's doing and what he looked like? Can somebody please tell me? Where's the African in it? He is dressed like an American Indian. I see no influence from Africa. If you're talking about the colors, well, number one, you made that color scheme. And number two, tribes all over the globe, no matter from Asia, no matter from remote villages in Brazil, remote villages, Australia, no matter where you go, there are people who use different colors to represent, on their clothes to represent their tribe. So where is this African influence that you keep talking about? The fringes are American Indian. Everything that he's wearing, where's the African in it? Please tell me.
Wasn't just
we
a
wore
mere
chains around our necks,
but a profound shift that would solidify the African influence within the tribe.
Where's the
Taylor's
African
impact on the
influence?
UTEs was
There
not
go the
merely
fully
cultural.
Mongol baby
His
again.
skills, knowledge, and resilience made him an indispensable part of the tribe.
There go the
He was a
Mongol
living
baby.
bridge between two worlds, fostering a connection that transcended the superficial differences of skin color and birthplace.
Okay.
The influence
So
of
let me clarify one thing, and let me clarify as a matter of factly. There were no Mongol or Slavic tribes in America. Let me say this again. There were no Mongol or Slavic, so-called white people, tribes in America. There were no peon. All right, and peons weren't just Slavic whites. They were also the Hindu and the Mexicans, who we call Mexicans, who are Mongols, right? Or Europeans, right? Some of them. So none of those exist in America. The Aboriginals, the copper color races of America, none of those Mongol tribes belong in America. None of those white tribes, no Africans. There's no proof that Africans were the first inhabitants of America. None. There are no proof to support that Africans and American Indians are the same people. No proof. So for all y'all Africans trying to claim American Indians, trying to say you're the Aztec and the Olmec, you're a liar. Go take your real history from your own country and stop coming over here to steal ours, please. Thank you. You are not us. We are not the same people. You know that and we know that. That's why y'all over there killing them over there, killing our people over there in what's the name? I can't forget that country. Y'all know we are not y'all. But you'll say anything for money. Right? Mark my words, they're gonna pay them for this. They're gonna pay them to fake the whole transatlantic slave trade. They're gonna give them reparation. They're gonna give anybody who claim to be African reparations, and then they're gonna also try to call them American Indian and give them your money for reparations of American Indian. Mark my words, they will do anything to keep us from having compensation for the land that they stole from us, the identity they stole from us, and they will refuse and do whatever it takes to keep the land from being in our hands. And yes, they will matter-of-factly give it to even Africans, and Africans will say yes. Do you understand me? And they will weaponize them against us. You think these foreigners are coming in this country by an accident? Please. Please. It's to outnumber the American Negro. So that when we decide to swell up and say, nah, we are who we are, other people will get mad. And they say, no, we are. You have Africans already saying that they're Olmec. They are the first original American Indian. And I'm looking at them like, no, you're not. Please don't come over here with that. Please know yourself. Come on now. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Anyway, this is Kendra with True Us TV, y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. If you stayed this far in the video, you top notch. All right. I might start posting some of y'all responses on my video. All right, just clips of it to shout you out. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for dealing with my spontaneous uploads. But anyway, this is Kendra with True Us TV. Stay up, stay blessed, put God first above all else.